Just one thing. And first of all, we're going to explain it. Scientists used to believe that the brain cells were static. When I went to college, that's what we thought. We used to, college kids, we'd laugh and say, well, every time you go out and have a drinking binge, you kill brain cells and you just got less of them, and that's the way things are. Now we know that the nervous system can grow, especially in neural connections called synapses. Synapses are they call them dendrites, and they're like a tree with branches, and there's millions of connections. And they grow in more and more connections. And as these connections grow, the thickness of the brain levels gets there. And so people, like old people, like myself, that go in for a CAT scan of the brain, the doctor will say, well, your brain is shrinking. And he's right. If you haven't been doing these exercises, which we're going to recommend, your brain is probably shrinking as an old person because you're not giving it enough stimulation. And we're going to show you how to do it. And then we're going to suggest things that you can read to make it even better. So the brain increases in size and function. So it seems like the old adage, use it or lose it, is true. Use these repetitive practices. They're strong. They will do a lot for you. And they will help you on your spiritual path. That's what my goal is here, to help you on your spiritual path, because that's what this is all about. It's the only thing that's really important, to be more effective and efficient. So here it is. Rick Hansen, not the guy in the wheelchair, but Rick Hansen, PhD. Just one thing. And if you go to his website, you can get more information. Neuroplasticity changes your brain. I just said that. It increases blood flow and expression of the genes. Regular practice equals growth in neural synaptic connections and thickens brain layers. Honor yourself for your practice, because if you do this, it really does deserve honoring. And if you do it, it'll be less trips back here to planet Earth. He's breaking it down into different ideas. And the first one is a very important one. Be on your own side. Love yourself and be on your own side. And you'll find a lot of the suggestions kind of relate to that. But be your friend. Don't have an enemy inside your head. You'd be surprised how many of us do. Number 2, choose a positive experience, any positive experience that you've had in your life, and absorb yourself into it for 30 seconds. Longer is better. More neurons will be fired and wired together, and you'll get more out of it. So do this frequently and for longer periods. Feel good about your experience. It's not just doing the experience, but encourage yourself to feel good about what you're doing. That's important. It affects the brain. Bring it back into your mind often. Number 3, have compassion for yourself. My God, at least treat yourself as well as you would a good friend. Have compassion, love yourself. This lowers your self-criticism and it lowers your stress level. How important is that? So it lowers self-criticism and stress and increases care for others. That's a byproduct. It's a wonderful byproduct. Number 4, relax. Let your tongue hang out, let your jaw. And then take deep diaphragmatic breaths that I've taught you, that has effect on your autonomic nervous system. It doesn't seem like much, but it really is a real effect on your autonomic nervous system and causes your body to relax more. Number 5, see the good in yourself. Try to see the good in yourself. Search for memories of your strengths, your virtues, and your caring. It's all part of learning to love yourself. Fill your heart with these daily. And the next one is slow down. Slow down. We're all going too fast, especially at meals. Slow down at meals. Say grace before meals. It's one good reason to slow down. Take a long breath occasionally and let go. Just any time. Take a breath and let go. It's your motivation, your intention there that does the trick. Number 7. Tell the inner critic inside of you, and most of us have one. Tell it to hush up and go and wait in the corridor. When you're not perfect, be quick to forgive yourself. Like it says in the Bible. It says in the Bible, it brings out forgiveness as a very important thing. Forgive others and so forth. So when you're not perfect, be quick to forgive. All in all, just develop the habit of appreciating yourself. Number 8, get more sleep. If people tell you all you need is 5 hours, all I need is 5 hours. I've heard people say that to me. I get along on 5 hours. And they say it was sort of a badge on their side and that it's a great thing to do, but it isn't. It isn't a great thing to do. 7 to 9 hours is what you need. And there's some real good reasons. Try calcium, magnesium glycinate, and tryptophan before going to bed. If you can't find tryptophan, eat lots of turkey. But get more sleep. You know what happens, what they've just discovered? When I went to college, we were told about the brain and how it sits in the cerebrospinal fluid, and it's like floating in there, and it's there to protect the brain, right? That's it. That's what we thought about it. But now, what they've discovered is that when you go to sleep, and you go into a deep sleep, magic happens in there. Everything opens up, and all that cerebrospinal fluid goes down into the deep levels of your brain and starts taking out the old junk and replacing it with nutrition. It's amazing. It's like a miracle. So you have to have that deep sleep to restore yourself. And that's why you feel so restored after a good night's sleep. Give your brain good nutrition, by the way. Try 3 or 4 ounces of protein every day, at every meal. Just a little bit. Protect your brain. Avoid foods as kind of like gluten and dairy. Oh, did I say something surprising? Well, gluten is something that is okay. It's okay in the natural world. But it's not okay now because they take a little bit of gluten and put it in every damn thing that you want to imagine. And they make you sensitive to it. So try to avoid it if you can. Get a kind of bread that's better, but don't eat some of that stuff that tastes like sawdust. They call gluten-free. You can find good things. And as far as dairy is concerned, you can have dairy, but have it after the bacteria have had at it. Because there's a protein in there that isn't so good for people, particularly in North America. If you go to the northern part of Europe, they have cows there that produce a different kind of protein, and it's okay. It doesn't bother anybody, but ours does. So if you can stay away from it, have dry cottage cheese without any fat in it, old cheese, very old cheese if you can get it, the more time the bacteria has, and yogurt, 0 yogurt, no fat, no sugar. Frequently do things that give you particular pleasure. Do this and it improves your immune system, your digestive system, and it balances your hormones. It's like magic. I mean, these are little things, and just do it. Things that give you pleasure. Tell you what I do. I love singing along and strumming with my ukulele and singing along. It gives me great pleasure. I feel so much better after I've done it. I love turning great spiritual books into a synopsis, a précis, and then sharing these ideas with the world. And that's what I'm doing right now. This is one of my joys. And the next one is Whisper yes to life throughout the day. Yes, not maybe, or here's why I can't, or all those things. Just yes, yes, yes. And learn to relax. Practice relaxing frequently, every day. Take more breaks. You deserve them. It's okay. You'll get just as much done. It doesn't matter if you use up time taking a break. Make up your mind right now that you're going to choose peace in life. Choosing peace is very important. I'm trying to remember what it said on a big poster that I have in my bedroom. It says, peace is the living breath of God's immortality in you. Peace is the living breath of God's immortality in you. Yogananda said that, and I have it. I've got a beautiful, serene picture up on the wall with that printed under it. And I finally figured out what it meant. So you can run with that for a while and see if you can figure it out. But it lowers your cortisol level. Cortisol is a stress hormone. I've got this in great big letters here. It's a stress hormone which damages your memory center. It damages your memory center, your hippocampus. You don't need to know anything more. How many years have you got to damage your memory center before you become one of those people that you say, gee, isn't it sad the way Martha has lost her cognition or has developed Alzheimer's disease? Don't wait for the scientists to get their last word in. Start following some positive things that are just for sure going to help. And be glad. Look for good news. You won't find it on CNN in the news, especially little things. Things that you can find that make you feel good. Doesn't matter what it is, little things. I'm going to tell you a story. I have a friend, he happens to be my accountant as well. I have a friend that says, when we're talking to him and having a conversation, you say, oh, that's happy. That's happy. I love that. Every time I do anything now, I say, oh, that's happy. Because you want to think of things that are happy, that make you feel happy. He also gives hugs often, as you could quite imagine. And he says, I love you often. And I love that. And I love him. And he's not shy about it. Just a great guy. And when you develop a clear memory of a positive mental state, it's easier and easier to get back to it because you're creating a pathway to it in your brain. So you're developing this. This is becoming a way of life. This is becoming a way that you increase and improve yourself right from here until your death. You don't want to waste a minute. Live like you've got 99 more lifetimes to live, but you don't want to waste a minute. Look for opportunities to tell others what you appreciate about them, and tell them what makes you happy. And those are good kinds of conversation to have with people. It helps them, makes them feel better. Did you know that faith is an antidote to doubt and fear? Faith is an antidote to doubt and fear. You can have more faith in anything you want to if you think it through for a while. You say, you know what? I've looked this up and down the yin-yang, and yeah, I think I can have faith in this. I think I can believe in this. Then you don't have to think it through every day. It's something that you've got settled. It helps you feel stable. It helps you stay on your chosen path, and it lifts up your horizon towards the sacred. And search to find beauty everywhere. God, I found some beauty this morning. My 2 little grandchildren came in. They are so beautiful, it's just beyond words for me. And that's beauty. See beauty in others. See beauty in your own heart. Find it everywhere you can. And it'll just make your brain grow and get better and better, make you happier. And be grateful. God, I told you that when we first came here. The first time I spoke to the Unity group, I gave a lecture on gratitude. And look it up when he puts it on YouTube and repeat it, because gratitude is so big. It's such a good thing. It works like magic to improve your well-being. And the next one is smile. How easy is that? Smile. It creates approach behavior. I used to wonder why, when I'm walking through the mall, everybody's so grumpy today. Nobody smiles. And then I realized I'm the problem. When I started to smile, people would just, I don't know, they just look at me and smile and say, hi, good morning. You got the idea. Do it, you'll automatically feel better. It's so easy. I remember when I was training as a runner in high school. I wasn't on the track team, and I used to work hard at work in the fields in Ontario and run in my bare feet in the sand to try to improve myself. When I got there and we were training, I got together with a fellow named, what was his name? Spence. And Spence would say to me when we're running a long distance, you start running out of oxygen and it starts getting to be painful and you want to quit. He'd say, John, just smile. And when you smile, somehow the pain doesn't seem as bad and you can go on to the next level. And that's how you can keep going up the stairs of improvement. And I became a champion. And you brought it up here this morning, somebody did. Recall times when you felt strong and body strength right now. And here's what you can do. Imagination. Lift your chin, widen your stance, breathe deeply, feel 10 feet tall. Tell yourself you can endure, feel like a deeply rooted tree that won't be blown down by a hurricane. And tell yourself you can endure, persist, cope, and prevail. Why not? It's easy to do. It's just pretend. And be mindful. And I want to tell you, the next talks I'm going to give, if I'm allowed, if there's any more time this summer, I've got one called Gradual Awakening. And Gradual Awakening is not just one talk, it's 2 or 3 or 4 talks, because it's got so much in it. And I want to share it with you. Stephen Levine wrote, I think, the best book on mindfulness that I've ever read. And your mind becomes clear and peaceful. Here's ways to remember to be mindful. The telephone rings. Say, oh, that's a message for me to be mindful. Or an airplane goes over. Instead of just thinking of it, oh, I'm making noise. No, oh no, that's a message for me to be mindful. Just walking through a door, say, oh, I have to be mindful. Aldous Huxley wrote a story called Paradise. I don't know if I have this right, but it was something like this. They taught the mynah birds to say, attention, attention, when they're going over. And as they said that, it brought them to their mindfulness. They were trying to develop a utopian place on this island. Read the book, Paradise Island. It's very good. Wanting and liking is the next thing. Trouble comes when we tip from liking to wanting and wanting and wanting. Liking is open, relaxed, flexible. Liking is wonderful. But wanting is tight. It's full of fear and anger. try to relax any sense of, I have to have that. I just have to have it. And realize you'll probably be okay without it. You know, we're trained over and over in this society ever since they discovered advertising on television, on radio, and all the rest. And you're just pummeled with it all the time, getting you to need things, need things, need things. You got to get off that bandwagon. And the last one is persistence. This makes the most difference to happiness and success. Persist. Do these things over and over and over again. To learn more, try Rick Hansen, PhD, and his website. And if you want a copy of of my notes, you can have it. And if those notes have all of these things in it, not just the ones I had time to include today. And if I could get somebody here to send them out by email, we'll do it. But I have a few copies, so the first people that ask for it are going to get them. Thank you very much for listening. This does me more good than it does you, so I should be thanking you instead of anything else.
Love you, John.
Thank you.
Love you.
Okay.